Good morning, world. Just getting used to this new Canon EOS Rebel T7i camera we just got. Anyway, cooking breakfast this morning in the new house. Got a little chicken and kale sausage going right now. And right after that, I'll be heading out to the office and getting some work done in there, getting it cleaned up and getting it ready so that I can scoot on in and, you know, fill that thing up with lizards. Matter of fact, I'll show you my walk to work. Okay? It's another beautiful day. There's the building. Our Magnolia Tree. My wife's obsessed with this Magnolia Tree and these flowers. When they bloom, they are absolutely beautiful and they smell amazing. Amazing. We might have to plant another one of these somewhere on the property. Hold on one second, my screen's getting a little blurry. All right. So like I said, about to go in here and I just showed you all my morning walk to work. But about to get inside this room and do a little cleaning today. But ta-da! This is room number 1. And I think in here I'm going to keep majority of the reptiles, the bugs as you can see here, and also probably use this to keep the snakes as well. But what I might do is use this room strictly for lizards, bearded dragons, and other reptile species I plan on getting to, lizard species I plan on getting into, and then use this side here for snakes, or I might use this side as like an incubation room, and this can be where I store all the Repesci, add some shelves in here, have all the Repesci stored in here, have my incubators over here, and like I said, I have so many projects that I want to get into now that I have the space that I've always wanted, a space that I can really turn into a reptile facility. So I want to get heavier into the feeders. I actually lost a few species of roach that I had in the process of the move. I'm not gonna say I lost a few species, but I lost a lot of roaches. My colonies are a lot smaller than they used to be. But like I said, I plan on starting everything over and rebuilding everything from the ground up. So the more work I have to do, the better for you, because that's the more you can view. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, let me get back in here and check on my chicken sausage. But I just wanted to show you guys my walk to work right quick. And after I eat my sausage and eggs this morning, I want to get into the room number 1, which is right next door here. We're going to get into room number 1 and go ahead and start doing some organizing. We're actually going to check on the roaches that we have here. Just make sure everybody's okay. And we're going to organize these bags over here. So these bags are full of like props, electrical cords, just all kinds of reptile stuff. So as you can see, I have my whole facility, my whole basement at the old house is now broken down and separated into these 2 rooms. I have all these tanks. Okay, lots of tanks. This is 20 tanks right here alone. Okay, so then I have some others in the other room. Here was the tank I was working on. So I'll finish that up, custom paint it, and probably make it for sale on the site. But yeah, I got a lot to do, as you can see. A lot to do. So we're going to start with the small thing and then just work our way up. So like I said, I lost a lot of roaches. I didn't have time to sort these roaches out, the dead from the alive, and see what I really had before I left. It was a very, very hectic moving situation. And it all worked out for the best, actually, because we found this property and it had everything we wanted in it. And I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I'm about to do now if we were still at the old property. So, you know, trust the process, guys. I mean, things might not seem like they're going your way, and in reality, they're going exactly the way you want them to, you know? Anyway, a lot of work to do here. Excited about all the work that we have to do. Looking forward to every bit of it. you know, because the beauty of it is, like I said, we own this building. So once it's refurbished and ready, it's all profit after that. So this has really just been a blessing, and I can't wait to share it with you all. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on videos, and I'm going to be starting another channel too. I'll give you more details on that soon. But for now, let's just focus on getting back to action, okay? And then after breakfast, I'll get back with you guys and we'll get started on busting down them bags. All right, so we're inside of the big room on the building. We're gonna call this room A, all right? And room A is the bigger room of the two rooms in this building. As I said, this building has a dividing wall, as you can see right here, okay? Like I said, overall, I plan to completely refurbish this entire room as well as the other room. But before we can do any of that, the first thing I need to do is clean up, sort through my mess, as well as the mess that was here when I arrived. Get everything out of here, get everything cleaned up, and that will help the imaginative juices flow. You know what I'm saying? So once I got everything cleaned out, I can get a better vision and a better idea of how I want everything to look, how I want everything to be set up, etc. All right? But like I said, gotta start with cleaning. The real fun stuff. As you can see, I have a bunch of contractor bags here, and I'm about to go through each of these bags and hopefully convert everything in these bags into these totes. Picked these up from Home Depot. They were on sale for like $8, maybe $9. I'll put a link in the description, don't worry about it. If you need something like this, you know, for storage, I love these. I also use these for lay bins. I use these for a lot of things, actually. I use these for bugs. I like them because the way they're set up at the top, you can stack them easily. But anyway, I digress. Doing anything and everything I can to not have to go through these bags, but gotta do what you gotta do. So let's get started. All right, so let's take a look at these bags. It looks like I have a bunch of surge protectors, rat cage tops. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the things that might be in these bags. I imagine it's gonna be a lot of the same. But what I will do is go ahead, go through these bags, start trying to sort stuff out, and I guess while I'm doing that, you know, time will lapse. You know what I mean? So in a few seconds, you'll have seen the results of me doing hours and hours and hours of work, making it all look easy. All right? In the meantime, in between time, Alright, so as I'm going through the bags, this one bag is just full of surge protectors, wires, and cords and stuff like that. But I noticed there's a lot of dust from the last house that had just been collected on it. So I'm going to wipe these down with this right here. These are called Sani-Dry disinfectant wipe. And I just started using these wipes a few months ago, basically when the coronavirus started. These help kill the coronavirus and other viruses. And they just do a really good job of wiping stuff down. If you're interested in some of these, I'll put a link in the description. So anyway, about to get back to wiping these down now. See how dirty that is? And in a matter of seconds, spotless. Alright, so this is what I got so far. Not even halfway through this bag. And this is just bag number one. But this is the only bag with full of electrical cords. I do have a bunch of other surge protectors here and also in some other bins. So my goal is to get all the electrical stuff in this bin here nice and neat. And then I'll probably take inventory just so I can know what I have. Looking at this just makes me realize how much money I've invested over the years into this business. I mean, just the small details like surge protectors. I have so many of them. I know that this is thousands of dollars. an investment, you know, in getting this business started. So definitely looking forward to coming back strong, revamped, and you know, ready to do it bigger than I ever done it. But in the meantime, back to this bag. Been in here for a couple of hours just working on the first bag. Still got 6 more bags to go. All right, but this is what I got out of the first bag. So that's what I got out of the first bag. And the rest are props. A little more work with the props. I'm gonna have to make sure they're all clean. So I'm gonna take some, soak them in bleach and water, let them soak, clean them off, and then let them dry out, air out, and then put them in their totes. But we'll take a break from it for now. All right, good morning, world. So it's been about a couple days since I was last in the shed. I'm out here today, been getting a lot done, and I forgot to turn on my camera, so here I am now, picking up where we left off. All right, still organizing the shed, still trying to get this building together.
And I don't even like calling it a shed, all right? It's a building. This is the building, okay? So still making some progress with the building, trying to get everything right.
So that we can, you know, quickly get set up and started our new breeding project. But first things first. So right now, these are all roach bins. These were roach colonies, okay? These all were roach colonies. Every one of these bins was a full and thriving colony. They are all dead or emptied, okay? Some of these I had spiders get into since we moved in, and we've been here for almost a month now. And you know, I've fed them maybe once or twice since I've been here. Roaches are really resilient. Obviously, they're roaches. But I had spiders get inside of these bins and kill a lot of my roaches. So, and then also, of course, like I said, just the lack of attention and stuff like that. It's all my fault. Trust me, I take 100% of the responsibility and blame for this. But not happy about it at all. This is actually years of harvesting and farming roaches gone to waste. But it's all good. I am where I want to be now. And we're just going to build from here, baby. It's up from here, baby. Straight up. To the top from here. Okay, so these are the colonies that I have left. I'm so ashamed. I'm not even going to show you guys all of these. Okay, it's horrible. All right, the die-off is horrible. But luckily, I still have a lot of my rare species. I still got my tiger hissers, my Halloween hissers, my Madagascar hissers. Hissers are very expensive, so I'm glad to still have those.
Still got my orange heads. Still got my Peruvian cave roaches. Still got my peppered roaches. Still have my Blabber's cranifer or death's head roaches. Still got dubia somewhere, a very small amount though. And I need to completely start over my discoid colony. So
it's a lot that I'm dealing with. But I'm excited, man. I can't even contain my excitement. I'm ready, okay? So today my plan is to go ahead and get all of the roach bins you've seen outside emptied, cleaned, stacked, stored, and then go through these roach bins and basically start these colonies from scratch with what I have, so I can really see what I have, and so I can give them more of the attention and focus that they need as far as getting them to expand. That's the mission for today. I'm going to keep you guys plugged in. I really feel like you don't want to watch me clean up, so I'm going to try to get as much film as I can, and then time lapse, speed things up, slow things down, whatever I got to do to make it, you know, better for your viewing pleasure. But I don't think you guys want to see this. I don't even want to do this really, so you know, I don't think you want to watch it. You're making some good progress. All these tanks, when it's time, are going to go into the other room while I get this room clean. These buckets will be going into my small brown shed for the house. There will be nothing in here once I'm done, so we can completely clean this out. The in-laws just brought me this. A little electric power washer, baby. The only 4-wheel electronic pressure washer. So I'm gonna use this to power wash the floors. I'll do a separate video review for this product to let you know what I think about it. And of course, if I like it, I'll put a link for you guys to get one. It looks pretty cool though, you know? I like that little robot following me around as I spray down everything. Just walk up to the missus and spray her in the face. Thank you, baby. Okay, so far, this is where we're at. But that wall looks a lot better. It's empty. I'm gonna break those little metal things down. They were here when I got here. I'm gonna throw those out. Sweep it up real good. Pressure wash it down, okay? All right, so finally got all the roach bins knocked down, okay? Still gonna have to go through, clean them out. I'll probably touch up all of the mesh, make sure it's all on good so that way when I go back to use these in the future, they'll just be ready to go. And then we'll just get these stored away. Like I said, before we can do any rebuilding, we must do some revamping. So these are the roaches I have remaining. Yeah, one step closer to getting this thing emptied out. The tanks take up most of the room, which will be an easy thing. We're just moving them from one room to another, so that'll be easy. I want to go ahead and deal with these bins. And then we're going to get this stuff behind it out of here. Then we're going to just pull everything out of here. Clean it up real good and then put everything back in the way we want it to look, okay? Bear with me, guys. You know I've been missing for a minute, but I came back correct. I came back right. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't who do it first, it's who do it right. Drake said that. But that being said, we're gonna press on, get it done. You know, and yeah, I'm excited. So these are the tanks that we gotta move. So 24-foot tanks to move over here. All right, so this is the building that the tanks are in currently. And this is the building that we'll be moving the tanks into. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out just so we can get the tanks situated in here, and then I'll pull this back in once we've got all the tanks in here situated, etc., so forth and so on. Come on, baby. Like this so they can sit in.
Yeah, sure.
So before we move any more tanks in here, we want to take a quick second to go ahead and vacuum these tanks out. Just because we see spider webs and spiders accumulating in the tanks as they're sitting in these sheds. We're going to have to think of a solution for those problems in the future as far as keeping other insects and pests out. And you said, you see we already have more tanks in here. It gets so humid in here, these tanks weren't stained and they actually started to mold from all of the moisture. So I'm going to have to power wash these tanks and sand them down, etc., so forth, so on. But for now, we're just going to vacuum the tanks out right quick so we can continue to stack the rest of the tanks on the other side. We're going to tackle this thing one building at a time, god dang it. Vacuum! All right, there it is. We got the last bit of tanks in.
And we got one more tank.
Oh wait, we have one more tank. Where? Oh, I can stay up there for now. I don't even know where to put it. All right, we'll figure it out.